So I realized that I really need to make the beat presentation videos, but the problem is that before I make the beat one-on-one videos, I want to make timeline videos, or I just want to make timelines, not necessarily videos, but I feel like I probably should, because as I come to realize, by trying to make timelines, it's really, really difficult. Sources say different things. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. Like I have. So what I've been doing. I am now in 1944 of Jack Kerouac's life. I'm gonna make one for Kerouac, for Allen, for Burroughs, and then for the beat in general. And after that, I will do the smaller people that are not as important, but the main three, and then the beat gen, and then like all the other peeps. But focusing on those. And I am only like I've only been I don't know math, 20 years, 22 to 44. That's 22 years. So I have done 22 years now. Actually, I'm not done with 44 because I would like to know exactly when and how they met. But Wikipedia does not want to tell me, and Google does not want to tell me. I have been Googling this so much, but they would just be like, oh yeah, Lucian introduced them and whatever, and they all say different things, and it's like, what I think happened is that Eddie Parker met Joan Vollmer because they were both studying at Barnard, which is a section of Columbia University for women, and they moved in together, and but then also like Henry Chu had been a seaman with Jack and was now Eddie Parker's boyfriend, and that's how they met in the early 40s. But then in Joy's biography, it said that Eddie and Jack had been dating on and off since 41. Like for 41 and 44, they lived together on and off. So. But then Jack didn't join the Merchant Marines and the Navy until 42. But apparently he had been a seaman already when, it just does not make sense. I don't understand how anything worked. And I also spent 30 minutes trying to find out if Jack re-enrolled in Columbia, because he met Allen and Burroughs and stuff in New York City when in 44, in the beginning of 44. But I cannot find the date. I've been trying to Google so much, and Henry Chu doesn't even come up if you Google him. Even if you write Henry Chu, Kerouac, or Parker, he doesn't even come up. Only reason I recognize his name is because I've started on Visions of Cody finally, and I made a character key, since it's my book that I bought and not just borrowed from the library because the library didn't have it. I just wrote it directly into the book, and it's I can't find. I'm making food now. I made one video where I was making food, and it was just tomato soup already from a bag, and I have actually started cooking a lot, and I've become really good. But right now I'm meeting you probably because I have one watcher, which is my friend. I'm gonna meet you in super not long, in 20 minutes, or not 20, an hour. So I was I don't have time to make anything proper, so I'm gonna make my special, which is a hot dog, macaroni, which is also old macaroni. I made it for 3 days ago, so it's disgusting, and I didn't put any cover on it, with sweet chili sauce. And I have now bought cucumber and paprika, so it's a bit better. But anyway, I'm also wearing the lipstick you bought me. I still think it's because I'm not even wearing makeup today, but I was I want to wear this lipstick anyway because it's stingiest and it tastes funny. Korean lipsticks taste different than Norwegian. I need to flip my hot dogs over. Ah! Ouch! I should be using a spatula, but I don't want to do laundry. I've been cleaning all day. I've been cleaning the floor in the kitchen floor, which is why do I even do that? Because my grandparents wear their shoes inside on the kitchen. That's not very good. I think there's food being made here. Whatever. And I clean my room, and I wash a bunch of my clothes. So, and I also worked out today. And I've just been running up and down the stairs, and I'm so tired. And then I was oh, I have some extra time. I finished everything I was gonna do. This is great. And now I have even more time because like you just woke up. You woke up at 3, or you woke up at 2:30, and we're gonna meet 3. But so I was like, oh, since I have so little time before I go to America, because I would like to just be done with the Beat 101 series before I go to America, which is the 16th, and now it's like the 20th of February. No, it's not. It's the 22nd. Is it? At least it's not 26th, because the hot dogs expire the 26th, and they were 50% off. So it's hopefully not after that. No, I don't know. I don't know dates. I could have mathed it. I know, like, I am very confused about what time it is, but is it the 26th? I need to get my journal. Whatever. The point is, what's the point? The point is, why is it so difficult to make proper timeline? I mean, there were so many mistakes in like the timelines. There was like basic, like for example, like one of the 3 timelines I'm using as a reference, because I'm checking 3 at the same time. So like, because I was like, oh, this is right, and also reading through the Wikipedia page of Jack Kerouac at the same time to make sure I get everything. But I still didn't get everything, because for example, I would like to put like in 41 that he started dating Eddie Parker, because that's something I think is important, because I care about the woman of the beats. Anyway, so it was in one of them it was like, oh, in 1944 he met like Neil, like the main beats. He started associating with the main beats like Kerouac, no, that's himself, Burroughs and Ginsberg and Cassidy. But like, no, he didn't meet Neil Cassidy until 1946. He did not meet him, like, because that's at least what the other sources are, but I don't even know the truth anymore. Can I even trust Joyce? Like, right now, my main source is Joyce. I feel like she wouldn't lie to me. Would she? I don't know if she would. But I realized that I'm gonna have to read a fucking biography to make a timeline. Like, you should think that would be easy, to make a timeline of the life. Like, oh, you were born in 22, you started Columbia in 1940, in 42 you went to like the pew pew Second World War for like 10 days, and then in like 40. No, it's not easy. It's not easy, because they all say different things. I just like something as basic as when he met Neil Cassidy. Like, that's such a basic fact. That's not even like a nerd thing. Like, oh, I need to know the exact date. Like, I would like to write down the exact date they met. I couldn't find it. Hopefully, it will be in the biography I'm gonna go and borrow. But that's fine. That's fine. I understand. Most people don't need to know the exact date. They need to know it's, but kind of you do, because you kind of have to know, like, okay, they met in spring, but in August 1944 they like fucking killed the dude. Like, that's important. Like, before I started making this timeline or kind of thinking about it, I didn't even realize they had literally been friends for like a couple of months, and then they killed the dude. Like, that's really intense. And so timelines are so important for perspectives, but they're also so impossible to make when people make basic ass mistakes, like when he met like his soulmate Neil Cassidy, like, and there was just a lot of other minor mistakes and a lot of things I just don't understand how makes sense, and I don't know what to do. I know what to do. I'm gonna fucking read a fucking biography that I'm not even gonna trust, because everyone says different things. Maybe I should just read their letters, but they could be remembering things wrong. There's no through sources. I just want to know everything. Is that too much to ask? Just every single thing. I want to know it all. Just tell me, Jack. I've started to talk to him. I probably should find some other interest. I mean, I kind of do. I've been reading a lot of Norwegian literature. Not a lot. I read 2 books. Did I? Yes. And I need to read more. I do not have time to read this entire biography because I want to make 1 page of a timeline. That's crazy. I mean, I guess I can make timeline and like just be like met Ginsey and Burroughs, and then like I can later go in and fill out the exact date and later. But then there's this huge stuff. Another fun thing I'm doing is I put also on the side, I put like when the like what books he was writing at the time, or when he started writing his books, and when the book was about, like for example, I would put Dr. Sachs in like 1930. When I'm in 1930, I would be like put Dr. Sachs like, and then there's foreshortened like an A for like this is when it was about. It was not written. He didn't write it. This one he was like a kid, because then I would have killed him. That fucking kid. Ugh. No, I like Dr. Sachs. Is that a lie? Do I like Jake? I don't know, but I am excited to read a biography though, because I am tired of his language. I would like to read Burroughs, but no libraries here hold him. Why do they not have Burroughs? I mean, they do, but they don't have what I want to read, which is the yoga letters. The yoga letters, I do. And I can't read Naked Lunch yet, because I need to be 21 in California, so I can smoke weed. Because I feel like, as I've said, I've been tipped about that, and I am not about to break the law, so I'm gonna wait. And I don't know. I'm hyped about biography because that's really what I like. What I like isn't necessarily their work, is their interesting people behind the works. That's what I like. So I guess I'm really hyped about that. I just don't really have time because I really wanted to read a lot of Norwegian books that I'm not going to get a hold of when I'm in the States. Or I might in English, but like why would I want to read Norwegian books in English? And I also have a bunch of books here in this library, in this house I'm living in, and I want to read some of them. So I really cannot read. Then I started on Visions on Cody. At least, I mean, I barely read anything. I read like 7 pages, and I was like, oh wow, you really talk about Dr. Sachs? And I actually have some opinions on that, but I guess I'll say that for the book review of Visions of Cody. But what's this video? This is me ranting about how it's so difficult to make a single timeline. Am I gonna have to make? And the worst part is, I'm thinking right now, oh, if I read a biography, that's gonna help me. And then I realized how, like, I read this article that I'm like, I totally agree with you. When I googled the timeline, that some people, there was one guy who was like, hey, I'm really missing a beat timeline because in biography they kind of jump back and forward to keep things interesting, and like they're not really good at keeping time. And I'm like, I feel you. Like, oh, they're so terrible at saying when things are happening. So hopefully Barry Miles, which is who the biography I'm gonna read, because I was listening to a podcast where he talked about the beat gen, and he was like, because he's the guy who was like, oh yeah, you know, when Allen Ginsberg like got kicked out of Cuba, and then he got kicked out around because no control on him, and then he ended up in England because he just got put on the first flight from Cuba to this place, and then it was England, and then he lived with him, and I'm like, wow, you were his friend. I want to read what you were writing about. Also, I really want to read Eddie Parker's biography now, because I loved Off the Road by Carolyn Cassidy and Minor Characters by Joyce. I also have to read Joyce. There's so much to read. I need to turn my hot dogs. There's so much to read. Ouch! So, okay. But I have to focus. I have like 3 weeks left in this country, and then I'm out. And I have to read a lot of Norwegian books before I go. I know a lot. I have to read like 3. I don't know. But what am I doing? I'm doing the timeline because I really wanted to finish the whole Beat 101 thing in Norway, because I don't know, I'm gonna be busy in the States. What am I doing with my life? I'm cleaning and I'm working out, and now you're back from Korea, so I have to hang out with you. You're taking up my time. It's okay. I love you. But I don't know. Today was a really productive day. I stayed on schedule, and I did everything I wanted to do and more. I wasn't even planning on, I didn't think I would have time enough. And I even wrote down, when I woke up, I wrote down my dream in my dream journal. Do you want to see it later? And it's terribly written, but that dream was really interesting. Oh, by this time I assume you've read it. Do you remember the dream I had that was like about how I was in Trondheim and I was like walking and it was dark. And well, the fun part was that it was such like a metaphor thingy, where it was like, or it was really, it was like how it had like allegories and stuff. How it was like, oh, first you're like walking this place and it's like dark and it's like a tunnel, and then you go into this place and it's like still like claustrophobic. Like that's the first thought you have, and then that claustrophobia just continues with. Actually, I'm not gonna talk about my dreams online. I'm just gonna tell you in real life, because I'm not about to be psychoanalyzed by strangers, because dreams are very personal and no one should share their dreams. Only with their close friends they would trust with anything, because dreams are true. They're true. So yeah, I think my hot dogs are done. I don't know what to do. I know, I mean, I kind of know. I just have to like not do anything else. Oh my god, I've been talking for like 60 minutes. I need to vent. Whatever. That's like the same as, oh, but why do you go to the gym when you should be reading? Because if you exercise, and if you vent, and if you like take time to either be angry or be energized, or like chill or like clean, then you can study better. So everything I'm doing, it has to be so something that will lead me to reach my goals, which are read like a couple more Norwegian books, finish the timeline, so basically read a Jack biography, and then at least I need to make the Beat 101 and Jack 101. I can make Allen and Burroughs in fucking England. No, what? In America. I don't know. Bye. Ugh.